Hi, Tando. Okay, so we will read page 15 again before we go and treat page 16 for you to do by yourself, okay? So, page 15. Greg said if he told me his honest opinion about my book and it hurt my feelings, I wasn't allowed to go running to his mom. So I said okay, and we did a pinky swear. After that was settled, Greg told me all the things that were wrong with my story, and boy, he had a lot to say. The first thing he said is that I can't start the book with once upon a time because that's corny and it makes it sound like a fairy tale. And that kind of hurt my feelings right away because it's supposed to be a fairy tale. Then Greg said, no offense, but this Roland character has got a lot of problems, and the biggest one is his hair. You should be comfortable with page 15 by now, so let's go see what page 16 looks like. I am not going to point for you. I am not going to watch the row for you. I'm just going to read, and then you are going to try and keep up with me with your eyes while I read it. Okay. He said Roland has a mullet, which is the worst type of haircut a person can have. I said the reason Roland's hair is long in the back is so he'll look cool when he does action stuff. Gallop, gallop. And Greg said maybe Roland can get a haircut at the beginning of chapter 2. So you'll practice that one for me, page 16, and that's where we're going to start tomorrow. Let's go to page 17. Remember, I am not pointing at words for you anymore. I am not watching the lines row by row for you anymore. Now I am reading and you are keeping up with me. You are following the words that I'm reading with your eyes and trying to remember what they sound like when it's your turn to read them. Page 17. Then Greg said, no offense, but Roland kind of seems like a baby, and it's not really believable that a kid his age would sleep in his parents' bed. And that made me feel a little ashamed because sometimes I sleep in my parents' bed, especially on nights when there's a really bad thunderstorm. Crash! Greg taught me a long time ago that if you say no offense, then the other person isn't allowed to have hurt feelings about what you say after it. Let's see if we have enough time for page 18. But I think that only works with kids because one time I tried it on my dad and he got mad. No offense, but your breath stinks. Greg said the book was going to be too boring if